Last for the best. Number one son.
Number one son. So?
Too many nice things have been said. I want to stop it just a second. I had to trailblaze, let's see, 42 years with them, and it wasn't easy. My hair was too long, my shoes were pointed, my friends were too tough.
He called them vain. Richie was vain. Remember that, Dad?
Because I combed my hair, I was vain. I never spent enough time on sports. I could have been a great athlete if I didn't spend more time with women, and of course that's possibly true. As a matter of fact, there's a neighbor here, Mary Daukus, and her son probably got me in more trouble than I was not like Jim, but Jim got me in a lot of trouble. And I'll tie this in a minute. My dad, to make sure that I was going in the right direction in life, got me a job in corn products when I was going to college. And all of the jobs were hand-picked by my dad. I'm sure I could have gotten some really nice light work and some executive work, stuff I really was suited for. But I found myself working the second and third shift, loading starch with a lot of strange people. Well, I was working the third shift, and one night I was out with Jim Daukus, and we were out, I think we were at the library or some such educational type activity. And lo and behold, because Jim probably had trouble with one of his cars or something, we cruised back in around 5 o'clock in the morning. And I had been overserved, I think. Well, maybe I was overserved, I'm not sure. But anyway, I was dragging up the stairs. I got through the door, and I knew that I had to turn around and get changed because I had to go to work at, 6 o'clock in the morning. It was already 5 o'clock. And my dad gets up even on Saturdays at 5 o'clock. So I crawled up the stairs, I kind of nestled through the door, or kind of stole through the door, and there he is, bigger than Darth Vader, as my dad. Where have you been? No, I'm going to work, Dad. I forgot something. I had to go downstairs and get it. I'm on my way out to work. I had to go back downstairs, grab something, and make believe like I was on my way to work, and I had not even been to bed. And I had to spend 8 hours Saturday morning because I was going to call in sick, but anyway, Mom, Dad, congratulations. Wish you the best, and it's really nice to be here with everybody who really cares about you, and we certainly do.
Rich, before you go, I'll never forget when I was a little girl, my mom would treat us, at nighttime with fruit or ice cream or dessert before we went to sleep. Now, when I was a little girl, I looked up to Rich like he was a god, your big brother type thing. Well, we're sitting at the dinner table, and my mom cut us some watermelon. So Rich said to me, Terry, now you I'll cut off the red part, because that's the bad part. And I'll give you my green part. I said, okay. Well, I gave him all the good stuff, the good part of the watermelon, and I continued on eating the green part. Which I'll never forget.
Makes sense to me.
But to add on to what Richie said, I pulled off something like that once too. Lenny had a tent that he bought from Armin in the backyard. Well, it saved my life one night because I had gone to see Ed play one night in my nice new Camaro, right? And it didn't get over until about 5 o'clock. So I rushed speeding home to get home because I knew Dad gets up at 5 o'clock. So all of a sudden, I see that Lenny had the tent. I couldn't sneak in the door. I mean, I was scared to stiff to go through that door. You'd walk in the door and the floors would creak. So I said, oh, no way.
Purposely made them that way.
So I went around the back, and Lenny was sleeping in the tent. So I knocked on with Lenny, you got a cot in there or something? So Lenny went on the floor, and I slept on the cot. And it was like 5 minutes later. Terry, are you in there? Yeah, Dad. Yeah, I'm sleeping in here, Dad. Well, that was a close call. Lenny and I shook hands, and he said, boy, you got out of that one, all right. But thanks to Armin, he bought that tent from Armin, and that saved my life a few times. And, Mom and Dad stuck by us thick and thin through many years. And my dad, we have a little house, and he built this little room downstairs. And that was something else too. That was great. I had my own little room. First it was Richie's, and then it became mine. And now it became his workshop, so it's a lot of days. Well, I have one more thing to Armin wants to come up and say something.